If you want to 6x your profits without hiring a big team, here's the strategy that our clients use to do exactly that. No funnel hacks, no burnout, just one key shift that changed everything. If you want to copy it, you'll want to see exactly how they did it. First, I want to share about Jan and Avery. So they were charging $5,000 a month for their core offer. Clients loved their work, but their margins were tight and growth felt slow. So what we did is we helped them reposition their offer to reflect the real business outcomes that they were already delivering. And within a few months, they were confidently charging $10,000 a month without resistance. So this is what they shared. Quote, "Sales calls have become a lot more clear when we're a good fit and when we're not, so it's become a lot easier. And my accountant called up and congratulated us on our best month ever, over double from an average 3 months earlier." That price increase alone doubled their revenue per project without adding more hours, team, or scope. And they are now making more money with fewer clients. Overall, it's just much easier business to run. And they've also found a lot of ways to streamline delivery by firmly guiding client decisions based upon reaching outcomes rather than the uninformed preferences of members of their client's team. So before, that slowed down their approval process and added needless scope to have team members say, well, I don't like that color. I want this to be bigger. I don't like this text. And ultimately, it slowed down the speed to results as well as increasing the scope. Here's another story from Sarah. So they went from uncertain results to double prices and 600% profit increase. Sarah came to us with a lean team and a heavy delivery load, and her margins were stuck around 15%. And she wanted to be the best in her industry, but just didn't feel confident raising prices because every client was different. And she couldn't guarantee consistent results because they were all so different. So what changed everything was identifying her conditions for success. So the right type of clients, the minimum budgets needed to do their best work, the internal processes that allowed their team to deliver results without her doing all the work. And once she saw what was actually possible and the specific conditions required to create that, she realized who they could help best and how to protect that value. And that clarity gave her the confidence to go to all of her legacy clients and actually double their prices. Not just because she could, but because it was now completely aligned with the results. When she shared this vision with them, none of them objected, and she even shared that the prices will be going up again. Now, this is pretty bold, and we didn't actually recommend for her to be going and doing this, but it just came out of a new stand that she created for her clients, and what they were paying before just simply wasn't in alignment with that. So she didn't just increase revenue, she increased net profit by over 600% because her costs stayed nearly the same. Now, with that certainty in place, selling became much easier for Sarah, and she began closing year-long retainers effortlessly. With this certainty in place, selling became easy for Sarah, and she began selling year-long retainers with much less effort, and her business was never the same again. And this is what she shared. "I've definitely noticed that my mindset towards pricing has changed. We have legacy clients. We are transitioning into higher retainer partnership programs, and it's a higher retainer than I ever thought we could sell, 250% higher. And we set an expectation with clients that the price will be going up." What made this work? These results weren't about charging more just because. They came from doing 3 things. 1, repositioning value. We shifted the messaging from services and deliverables to business outcomes. That made it easier for clients to say yes and easier to price with confidence. 2, simplifying delivery. We cut the bloated scope, focused on the work that created the biggest wins with the least team effort. And what that did is it freed up capacity and made their offers more scalable. 3, owned results by defining clear success conditions. This is so critical. So instead of saying, when clients ask, well, what kind of results can we expect? And replying with, well, it depends. They started saying, this is the result we help our clients achieve. And this is specifically what we need in place to create that. Now sales is just a qualification process. These firms envisioned an elevated breakthrough and then defined the conditions for success needed to partner with the client to make it happen. With that in place, their confidence changed everything, and so did the fees. If you want more behind the scenes strategies like this, the kind that help you scale profits without adding complexity, hit subscribe. Every week, we share strategies for how agency CEOs are growing lean, premium, and doing it with the resources they already have. So let's go over this past results that we already shared. So Jan and Avery, they doubled pricing from $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and they were growing confidently. Sarah added $15,000 of profit to each new engagement, and profit increased over 600%. All of them, no new hires, no burnout, no bloat, just clearer positioning, better packaging, and smarter leadership, and more confidence as a result. Now, what does this give them? What this does is it gives them the profits and cash flow to invest in key roles that further removes them from the day-to-day. If you've been stuck thinking you need a bigger team to be able to grow, this is your reminder, there is a better way. And when you reposition your value, simplify your delivery, and lead from the right seat, profit scales faster than headcount. And if you are ready to make that shift, go to handsoffceo.com/scale and let's map out your next level.